Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, we wrote a work some time ago, Facts About Great Benin. One of the most captivating parts of that work was that we were able to tell the whole world that the first storey building in Nigeria was sited at Ughoton in the 18th century, precisely 1718. That storey building was built by the Dutch, and the down part of it was a factory, while the upstairs was for residential. Now, we completely understand that since the creation of this country, Nigeria, there has been a lot of fallacies propagated by other ethnic groups to undermine the greatness of the Benin people. And as well, my group, my association, Association of Great Benin Descendants, is poised in ensuring that we make the right correction. One of that correction is to tell the whole world that the first storey building in Nigeria was never located at Badagry. The first storey building was never located in Badagry, but was located in Benin Kingdom, precisely Ughoton. And I hope the viewers, we can see the landscape behind me. This was the exact location about 200 years ago, over 200 years ago, where that storey building was built by the Dutch people. Of course, we understand that there was a trade industry that was established at Ughoton, where a trade by barter between the white people and the Benin people. Let it be known that the first people to get to Ughoton were not the Dutch people, were the Portuguese in 15th century. It was later on after which the Spanish came, the French came, and the Dutch came. The Dutch came in at about late 17th century to about 18th century. It was those Dutch that constructed that first storey building. Today, the Edo State Ministry of Art and Culture are looking for sites to develop as a tourist center. And it is a job of Association of Great Benin Descendants to continually unmask great tourist sites. And as well, we want to use this message, this program, this event to tell the Edo State Ministry of Art and Culture, Federal Ministry of Arts and Culture, to do something about building a replica of that first storey building at Ughoton, so as to sort of remodel that concept of that trade that the Dutch people once had with the Benin Empire, as it was called then. So the world must be aware that history cannot be changed. And it simply states that Ughoton is a community that was established long time ago. And don't also forget, this was a community that our illustrious son, a Kaladeran or Izodua, once transversed before he further went to Ife to establish. So we'll be bringing a lot of other informations to the viewers to know that Ughoton is a very historical community, town, as it was called then. And it was in this place that New Benin, there was a replica of the modern day Benin City. Almost all streets at that time in present day Benin City was also constructed, was also named in this New Benin. Of course, it's not the New Benin now in Benin City, but there was a place around this Ughoton area that the white people called New Benin. So we want to plead on all the authorities to do something about this tourist site. The first storey building in Nigeria, like I said earlier, was never constructed at Badagry. History remembers that the one constructed at Badagry was built 1824. The history also remember that the one that was constructed in Ughoton, Benin Kingdom, was 1718. Doing the plus and minus, you will discover that 1718 is far, far older, about 100 years plus, older than the one that was built in Badagry. The first storey building is no longer in existence because it was destroyed by the same white people, although by the British in 1897 during the British expedition. But let it be known that a replica of that first story building in Nigeria can be constructed at Ughoton in Benin Kingdom, so as to revive the great ties between the Ughoton and the Dutch. So we thank all of you. We want to appreciate all of you, that together we will do something. We will ensure that we do something about this reconstruction of this historical site. And we pray by the God and our ancestors that all Benin, all Edo people to come together to ensure that we do this laudable project. Obaga Tokbe.